Motion. Here comes the quarterback, Burrow. Looking for a block, and he got it up in the front by Hopkins into the end zone. Touchdown!
Fakes, throwing to the end zone. Wide open is Higgins for the Cincinnati touchdown.
There's the sneak. Burrow gets low, driving towards the goal line. He's inside the one, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Welcome to New Strap City, YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, and today I want to talk about the linebackers. I don't feel like they've gotten enough love. We've talked about them. You guys know that I've been wanting the Bengals to pick linebackers for a while now. They finally did it last season. They drafted Logan Wilson. They brought in Keem Gaither. They took my man Marcus Bailey, who I'm a huge fan of. They got Jermaine Pratt. So these young linebackers are really going to be able to show what they can do. Now, one thing about this linebacking core, I think that they are somewhat overrated. You can't forget about Joe Bachie, who they also have as well. They picked him up off of waivers. They're doing everything that they can to really add athleticism to this department, and that's something that was severely needed because the Bengals, when you think about their old linebackers, they used to be bigger guys, a little bit slower, not the most athletic, and it just didn't start to mesh. It just wasn't consistent with what the NFL is now. It's a passing league. You got to have guys that can cover. I mean, you got to. And I think that that's what Logan Wilson brings to the table. He's a smart player out of Wyoming. Really wanted to see a lot more of him last year when we did the cut the tape ons. I liked him. I thought that he was really good. I also love Pratt. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say like Pratt is Devin White or something like that, but Pratt is a very solid linebacker. I think he was the best starting linebacker that we had last season of the two starters that we had, and now Logan Wilson is going to get the green dot. He's going to be able to come in and take over and command that defense, and I think that he's the right guy for the job. I just hope that, I know that he had some concussion issues last year. Hopefully those are a thing of the past, but I think he's going to really bring some stability to the position. And then you look across from him, Jermaine Pratt, totally solid, amazing. I think one of the sleepers that people have been talking about is Jordan Evans. This is him. He completely redid his body last year. From what they claim in camp, I think Al Golden said on Lap's podcast that he was the only linebacker in on the dime package. So obviously he's extremely athletic. They can use him in multiple ways. I really want to see what they do with my man Marcus Bailey. Marcus Bailey is one of, honestly, out of the three guys last year, believe it or not, that they picked, Marcus Bailey was my favorite one. I think he's got a ton of potential. He's got a high ceiling. Injuries were one of the reasons to cause him to fall in the draft, but I've been hearing that he looks extremely athletic. I've been seeing him work out in the offseason. I think that he's a dark horse, right? So I have to see if they will move him up on the depth chart. But right now, another athletic guy, and I keep saying athleticism because that is what this Bengals linebacking core is now. And we can talk about Keem Gaither. I think that he's finally on track to end up being a factor this season. They listed him backing up Jermaine Pratt, I believe, on the depth chart. And I think that he's going to be a guy that can bring a whole bunch of things to this defense. So this linebacking core is another one, like the running backs, that is loaded with talent, but we have to see what they can do. I think that they can really take a step forward this season. They get to take the training wheels off. We have to see what Joe Bachie can do. I'm really excited to see how this plays out. But like I said, my guy is Marcus Bailey. I can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see what he does. Seems like Logan Wilson is pretty much entrenched as a starter. Same with Pratt, which makes sense because Pratt definitely has the most experience out of the guys, and I think that he'll take another step forward this season. And they also have Keandre Jones, but he's probably, I don't know if he's really in the mix to stick to the roster, but maybe he's a practice squad guy. But I'm really excited to see what these Bengals linebackers can do because it's been our Achilles heel of this defense for a long time. Even when Tez was here, we still didn't have a collection or a group of linebackers that you could consistently say were a respectable group. Honestly, we probably had, some of the worst units in the NFL the last couple of years. So we'll see what they can do. I'm excited to see how they perform in the first preseason game. Obviously, that's probably a better measurement stick for them. So we'll have to see. But I think Logan Wilson's going to be just fine. I think that he'll be better than what we've had in Nick Vigil. If he could give us something close to the instincts that we had from Vontaze Burfict, I would love that. Or if he could be the next in the line of the Odell Thurmans, Vontaze, and maybe we could be saying Logan Wilson, that would be amazing. But if we could just get these guys to just be solid, stop the run, cover tight ends, cover wide receivers, I think that we'll see a lot. And Logan Wilson flashed last year. He picked off LJ, made some plays. So if they can stay healthy, I think that this is another group that I'm very bullish on, and I don't want to use that word. It's going on all around on Twitter. Now it's in my head. Now I'm saying it. But I think that they have something that they can prove there. Could they go out and sign another linebacker? Sure. But I think right now the mode that Duke is in is we spent these picks. Let's see what they got. We got to give them a chance. They didn't get on the field as much last year. I remember watching Cut the Tape On. I only got to see Logan Wilson and Keem Gaither sparingly, so I'm excited to see them a lot more and see what they bring to the table for this defense. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day, especially on Sunday.